Hello and welcome back to the lesson. Today we are going to study the subsequent board meetings. Having studied the first board meeting in our last session, the topic is board and committee meetings. The subject is meetings, compliance and administration, and the course is certified secretaries. So in this lesson, we're going to focus on 5 things. So by the end of this lesson, you should be able to explain the frequency and timing of subsequent meetings. Number 2, the notice and agenda management. Number 3, the procedural requirements for subsequent board meetings. Number 4, we have the matters arising cycle. And lastly, the role of board committees. Because in subsequent meetings, the board often relies on the work of its committees. So you should also be able to explain the role of board committees in subsequent meetings. By now you understand, because in our last session we studied the first board meeting. We analyzed the key agenda items on the first board meeting. We also explained the role of the corporate secretary during the first board meeting. So while the first board meeting focuses on the structural birth of the company, subsequent meetings are the heartbeat of the organization, because there is now a shift from administrative setup to strategic oversight, financial monitoring, and risk management. And according to governance standard number 002, and according to the Companies Act, these subsequent board meetings must follow a rhythmic and legally compliant cycle. Rhythmic and legally compliant cycle. So let's first study the frequency and timing of subsequent board meetings. Frequency and timing. Number 1, frequency and timing. Frequency and timing. Now, the board candidates must meet often enough to maintain effective control over the company. And the board should meet at least 4 times a year. That is the minimum requirement. 1, minimum requirement. I've said at least 4 times a year, in a year. That is the minimum. The board may choose to meet more than 4 times in a year. There is also the 120-day rule. The 120-day rule. The 120-day rule. It is considered best practice that no more than 120 days should elapse between 2 consecutive meetings. Understand? Yes. The 120-day rule. At least 4 times a year. That's the minimum requirement. The minimum requirement, 4 times a year. Then there is the 120-day rule. At least 120 days should not elapse before the board meets. Then of course there is a board calendar. And as we are discussing the frequency and timing of subsequent board meetings. Now at the start of the year, the corporate secretary prepares what we call the annual board work plan that aligns meeting dates with the key events like financial year end, the audits, and also the AGM. So that is the frequency and timing of subsequent board meetings.